Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another Magic the Gathering Arena stream, where today we're going to play some Powered Cube Draft. Quickly before we get started though, just a fast reminder, this video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming, so check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order Lore when it clips there. You can also pre-order Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well. Plus they have a whole lot of other things on their website, Magic related and otherwise. Remember, if your order is over $100 or consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the US. And if you're looking for a direct link to their site, check out the description below. I have one there. After I finish streaming, I will have one in the comments section as well. So if you're watching this on the replay, it will be there too. So thank you. And yeah, if you get a chance, check them out. They've been an amazing sponsor of the channel and for quite some time. And they are a local game store, so I do enjoy working with them. They've been phenomenal. So, all right. Without any further ado, shall we get on with this draft? Let's let me just move some stuff around quickly, and we'll get started. Give some folks a chance to get in and all. So we did a draft yesterday, even though I thoroughly messed up game one. We still went 4 wins, so 4-3, which wasn't bad. I'm trying to figure out the cube changes still from the previous time. And the cube is quite different. Like the archetypes themselves are pretty much the same, but you know, the power level does feel ramped down a little bit. Some of the crazy ramp has been toned down slightly. Some of the big payoffs have been toned down. The Eldrazi are gone, for example. So things are a little different. But let's jump in. We'll get going here and see what we can open. Maybe we can get some power. Sol Ring would be nice. Things we're looking for here in pack 1. We got a Mox Jet yesterday. And yeah, let's go. Let's go. I tried to play, I did one draft before yesterday, before I streamed, just to kind of get the feel for the cube, and I did find that I ended up drafting Storm. I didn't feel like it was as good as it used to be, but again, it could have just been the cards that came my way. I was getting hooked up pretty good. I felt like I was getting all the Storm cards. That's why I ended up drafting it. But, oh, there's some Mox, good. You know, so things are different, you know. We beat a Storm deck yesterday. You know, so anyway, we're going to take Mox Pearl, of course, but let's look and see what else is here. I wasn't too impressed with Quantum Riddler in the old version of the cube. Maybe it's better here. Leovold's very good. Rafello's, I think, is better now. I think green's a little better than it used to be in this cube. I always liked playing with this, especially in control builds. Maybe Azorius Control or something like that, or Esper Control. Memory Jar is going to be good if you can do big mana things. That can be Storm, but doesn't have to be. But we're going to start off here with Mox Pearl. So, easy first pick. Day of Judgment, if we want to, and Wrath of God are both in here. That's very interesting. Probably take Wrath over Day. If you want to go aggro, if we wanted to say try to go like Boros aggro, Hezeret's not bad. Kefka's new to the cube. That's an interesting one. Reoccurring Nightmare. I mean, there's definitely I think Reanimation's probably better now too than it was before. Wrath of God, though, I think we're just gonna take Wrath of God here in this pack. You know, again, the other things. There's a Day of Judgment, which is of course very similar. Hezeret is good. Lotus Cobra is probably better in this cube than it was before. Robber the Rich is really good for aggro. Passing that probably means we don't necessarily want to go into Boros aggro, so maybe we'll try to go into Azorius or Esper Control or something, but we'll see, because right now, I mean, this pack didn't have a lot of blue in it, obviously. I mean, maybe the blue card was taken, but we'll see. I mean, Brazen Borrower would be good if we want to go the control route. This would not be good for us if we went the control route. Lightning Bolt, another good Boros aggro card there. I haven't seen, well, I don't know. I hate that we passed the robber. I might just go with brazen here. And lightning bolt won't feel. I don't think the robber would either. Here's a ponder. That's not bad, especially if we do artifact heavy stuff. Hey, Mulligan, I appreciate that. Thank you and welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Glad you're enjoying the videos. Yeah, I don't go live too often. Like, sometimes I'll do it once a week or once every couple weeks. I did it twice this week, though. I went live yesterday, so yeah. Figured I'd take advantage of Cube Draft while it's here. I think it's only here for a short time because Lorwyn's going to come out, but I don't know. I think we're going to go with Ponder here, actually. Not the most exciting pack. Jace, if we wanted to mill ourselves, which is a thing. Now, yeah, we're not getting any blue. Now I'm kind of thinking, that's not a bad 2-drop for white, though. Especially with Wrath. Well, Wrath, well, yeah, actually, Wrath, that would work. Does combo Wrath. We'll probably just take that. Still seeing a lot of decent red cards, but I think we're probably hooking up the person to the other side of us here. There's another good one for the red aggro deck. This is too, actually. Couple of good cards for that deck. Cryptic is great, though, for control, so that's probably what we're taking. What we're looking for now, if we do go Azorius or Esper control, Narset is probably the pick. We kind of want both of these. Fairy Mastermind would be nice too, but I think we're going to go with Narset. Knight's Whisper might be okay too with what we're doing. Flicker Wisp, there's probably going to be uses for that. Alright, what else we got here? There's Mox Opal. I don't know if we're a Mox Opal deck, though. I mean, that's not bad. Subtlety's here, though, too. Subtlety's probably better. So we'll go with that. We're looking for a payout, right? Like some kind of creature that can get the damage across. That's interesting. I think we may just take Leovold. It did wheel. It's a good card. I mean, Memory Jar is here too, but we don't have any big mana things happening at this point. So, so we'll just think we do need to think about green and black if we do play that card. This wheeled has red actually wheeled, so I don't know. Maybe that aggro deck was open. Although I kind of feel like that's the only one that we're gonna see. This is a good card. If we want to try to go Esper. 2 black, so yeah, we'll have to think about our fixing in the next couple packs, but that's not bad. That we don't want. That's a little awkward unless we go heavier. If we end up heavier in black, then this is an okay duel, so we'll take it and see. Field is not for us. None of these cards are really for us. People are still passing out green. I think green is actually a lot better than it used to be, so I don't know if we're actually playing any of these cards, of course, but just in case, we'll take one that has a controlling edge to it. All right. So yeah, we want to pay off some kind of, you know, persistent creature that can help you win with the control deck. We want more control elements and then maybe some fixing to get the things that are a little bit off color. I think that's where we're at. So far so good. Probably need more Yeah, and we'll look to black for this most likely. Some more removal, pinpoint removal. Another Wrath type spell would be good. Of course, Day of Judgment was in the same pack as Wrath of God, so that was super awkward. But, and I don't know what was taken out. I know there were a lot of Wraths before. I don't know how many are still around. Huh, that's interesting. I don't know if we're playing this, but... but it is a big old win condition. Sure. Alright, so this pack, we didn't open anything, any power anyway. We do have Brainstorm. This is probably good. I mean, we're not, I don't know. We're not like necessarily playing tons of spells at once, but we're playing spells. Brainstorm I like. I also like Jace a lot. I might just take this though, because it could potentially be a win condition under certain circumstances for us. So, some decent cards in here though. For our deck, I mean, that would help with fixing. That might wheel though. I mean, this isn't really a Sundering Titan deck, but there you go. Monastery Mentor. Balance. I mean, that is another sweep, perhaps. Probably just want to balance. What else is here, though? Liliana is interesting. Better for maybe reanimation, though. Tolarian is good in the right deck. I don't think that's our deck, though. Elite Spellbinder's decent. That could wheel. Balance won't. We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Yeah, that does combo with some of the stuff we've been doing. What else is here? Sneak attack. Fallen Shinobi. That could be a win condition for us, though. I think... I mean, I don't think that will... Well, that could wheel. I think we gotta take Fallen Shinobi. It's just too good in this cube. I don't hate Shieldred either. Just a really good card. But, yeah, that could be a win condition creature for us. Questing Beast, always good if you're in green. Mishra's not for us today. Grim Monolith is a thing. But again, I don't know... Like, I don't know if we need it. But if there's nothing else here, let's see. That's for aggro. That's interesting. We also do need to fix our mana some. So I don't know if we just take Hedge Maze here. Make sure we have access to some green. I think probably that's the pick here. That's the responsible pick. Lingering Souls, I like. It doesn't seem like it, but it's one of those cards that just sometimes your opponent just doesn't have the right answer for, because it's just so sneaky and so annoying. So yeah, I think we're gonna go with that. Tidebinder is good as well, but that could wheel. Lingering Souls also could wheel, but I don't really want to risk it. I want to get that. A land could wheel there for us too. Tundra is good. Oh, Mystic Confluence is here though. Yeah. So Dig Through Time is also an option. As is Leyline Binding, actually. That's a good one. But we'll go with Mystic. This is another win condition. We have to get cards in our graveyard, which I don't think will be too difficult for us. I mean, I would have liked to take the Preordained too, Hymn to Turok is also a real good one. But I think we want to make sure we have these win conditions. Tameo's always good. Some decent cards here, but not necessarily things we're looking for. Yeah, probably just play that. That actually could be good. Brainstorm wheeled. So did this, though. Gives us access to black and has our main colors, so I think we just got to take that. I like Brainstorm, but we'll go with that. Yeah, Trapper's decent. This is also good, though, too. I think I'm going to go with this. Gives us some board presence. Starting Town would have been fine, too, I think. This wheeled, so yeah, we'll take it. We don't really need reds, so that's kind of an off-color talisman. I don't think we want that, but I'll take it just in case. I could also take this. Yeah, let's just grab that. I don't know if we'll play it, but this gives us access to black. Yup. We don't need red. Him wheeled. I'll take that. Okay. All right, what do we got there? Mana Tides is a possibility that stands out. Some aggro cards here. Man, interesting. Well, miscalculation is probably just what we'll take. Mana Tide's an option too, but I think if miscalculations here, I'll probably just go with that. We don't have a lot of counter magic. I mean, maybe that will change. Show and Tell. It's a double-edged sword, though. Flash. Flash might be better than Show and Tell, actually. Fractured Identity is actually really good, too. Okay. I think we're going to go with Fractured Identity. Vivi. Pest Infestation, best green card in the cube. I still stand by that. Show and Tell, you sometimes you shoot yourself in the foot with Show and Tell unless you have an answer for that. Tameo is really good too. Tameo's great, but I think we want this. I mean, we'll probably wheel something in that pack. There's a Time Warp. That might be what we go for. Batterskull, Unexpectedly Absent is good too. Maybe that wheels. Consider we'll probably wheel if nothing else. Again, that land Windswept. Well, probably that one probably won't wheel, but I'm going to take Time Warp there. All right, Jace the Mind Sculptor, huh? Somebody's cannon. Okay. Yeah, I guess Jace. Jace is the pick. Okay. It's Fatal Push. Oh, Sunfall. Yes. We need that. Now for the last few picks, I think we just got to work on our fixing. Sarah's Paragon's not bad. But in all seriousness, what's the adult choice here? Neither's Image. Awkward in a way, but we're playing enough black. Maybe it's not that awkward. We don't need red. That effectively is black-white for us. Probably just take that. There's nothing else in here that's exciting, so. Green and black. Another. Okay. I guess we'll just go with that. These are on color for us. The Manatide did wheel. Probably better than this right now. Couple double black spells at 2 could be a little awkward, but I don't love our mana. Well, I don't know. Let me sit down and really look at it. Maybe it's not that bad. Show and tell. Still there. This is what we want, though. Prismatic. Maybe. That's the best thing here for us, I think. So, it's fine. See if we actually need it or not. Probably not. I need to pick up one more fixing land. But... or talisman or something, but other than that, not a lot of picks left at this point. We don't need red. Another Goyf. I don't know. That's a cheap creature. But it is black, one black. But, you know, maybe. It's actually not bad. Phantasmal Wheels. Okay. Let's see what we can make out of this. See how fancy we want to get. Do we want to run the green? I think we'll be able to if we choose to. Alright, so let's just see what's here. First off, for our fixing, we do have, I mean, what's the, they're telling us to run 4, 3, and 1. And then we have this. Those give us white and black. Black and green, it's a little awkward. This is also black and green, probably a little awkward. Also black and green, a little awkward. So, I mean, black and green is really a splash. Black is sort of a splash. Neither of those give green. They give us black, white, blue. Ugh, that gives us green. Let's look at these green cards. Do we need them? This one, the ability, not great for our deck. We might not have a creature that matters in our graveyard. What we do have is a 7/7 flyer, but it doesn't have any sort of way to protect itself. Usually that's what you want in a control build, so I think we can cut that. Leovold, we have other win conditions now. That we picked that up early when we were worried about having a win condition. Leovold's very good, especially in the cube. Just existing, it's going to help you. We do have some things it combos with, so I'd like to probably keep that if we can. You know, that keeps our green a very light splash. We might be able to get away with that. And if that's the case, I don't think we need Prism. All right, so we're starting to get there. Mox Pearl, yes. Manatide, sure. Ponder, good. This. It's just not a control card. like, yeah, it could be sizable enough, but no evasion, no protection of any kind. No way to just sneak that damage across while you control the board, so that can go. This will keep, I think. It does combo with Wrath. Balance, yeah, we'll hang on to that. Miscalc, sure. Phantasmal, sure. Remove a wish counter from this search library for a card, put it in your hand and shuffle. Opponent gains control of this artifact. Yeah, we don't need to give our opponent tutors. The right deck, that's good if you have the big card, right? But this is not that deck. This is a good card. It lets you take some crazy thing of theirs and use it against them. And it's also an unblockable creature. I mean, sometimes you just sit there all day doing 3 damage. Hymn to Tarak is great. A little awkward being double black too, but I don't think we'll have a problem swinging it. Vigilance, as long as this enters, as this creature enters, look at an opponent's hand, then choose a card name. Spells your opponent casts, chosen name, costs 2 more to cast. Activate abilities source with the chosen name, 2 more to cast. Okay, it's 3/3. It's decent. Target opponent's hand, exile non-land card from it. Means exile, they have to pay 2 more to cast it. Okay, Lingering Souls, sure. This, sure. It's actually very good. Sure, Monastery, sure. This one, yup. Brazen, yup. Narset, yup. Leovold, we're going to keep, I think. Jace, we want to keep. Subtlety. It's good. Good little tempo play, but we do have, I mean, we have Cryptic, we have Mystic. I don't know if I need this. It's another little annoying flyer, too. I mean, this is interesting. It's... The mana portion does nothing for us. Drawing 2 cards is always good. -5, -5. Good. We don't have like a ton of pinpoint removal here. We don't have any. Do we have any pinpoint removal? Probably not. Although this cube usually isn't about that. We have the board sweeps for that. Could probably get rid of this. So we got to cut down. We don't want to cut any lands in a control deck, so we do have to cut 4 more cards. I would say probably the cards that are doing the least for us. Phantasmal is it's a little hit or miss because we don't have a ton of stuff we want to copy. I mean, it could happen, right? We get Fallen Shinobi out there, make a copy of that. It's decent, but it's also going to be fragile, especially in this cube. So maybe Phantasmal can go. It's a little contingent on board state and contingent upon what our opponent has. They have something that can ping it or target it with anything, then kind of a waste. Ponder's good, but we're not digging for a specific thing necessarily in this deck. We're just trying to stay alive. Drawing a card off Ponder is always a good thing, but I think we can get away without Ponder there. We do have the Pearl if I really want to cut a land, but I don't think I do. Do we need both of those creatures? Maybe not. Subtlety was one I was kind of on the fence about. Considering we have a lot of other ways to tempo. But I don't mind the 3/3 creature either. In this cube, people try to do fancy things, and sometimes they just die to a flyer, right? Like, that happens. So, maybe the 3/3 Vigilance isn't, like, super exciting. It's a lot of big mana, too. Like, 2 more mana might not make much of a difference. I do want to keep that one, though. I mean, you don't want to overdraw into lands, but I think we have enough, like, 5s and 4s that, and it's a control build. We want to have mana open to us. So I don't, even with Pearl, I don't know if I want to drop a land here. We could argue, do you need the balance when you have the other board sweeps? And balance does some different things. I mean, we're gonna probably have the most lands. I mean, I guess that's the one thing about balance in a pure control deck. Depending on when you play it, if your opponent jumps out with extra, you know, they go first. You play this on turn 2, eat a land, and a card from them. Like, that's good. But, like, later in the game, you don't necessarily want to give up your lands in a control build. So, you know, balance can be awkward. Whereas the board sweeps are going to be a lot more, like, straightforward, right? Like, you're going to know when it's time to use it, when it's not time to use it. And we do kind of have 3 board sweeps here, theoretically, with balance. So maybe balance can go. Like, we don't have any other tricks with it, you know? Which would put us where we want to be. Now we just got to fix this mana. So I don't really want to play the cards that are going to do kind of hit our splash color off black. I think I much just rather play a forest. We only have 1 green. As far as black goes, we're probably alright here. This gives us black. 1, 2. That gives us green. There's another one. Gee. That gives us black. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. Couple swamps, which would be 6 black sources for these 2 cards and this and this. Okay, that's probably fine. Gives us 6 blue from these 2 cards, and then we have 7, 8. 8 blue is a little tight, but our blue is like a little later in the curve for the most part, other than miscalculation. What are we on white? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, I think that's okay. We also have the Mox. I mean, we want to be able to hit Cryptic, though. We gotta be careful with that. I don't know if I'd feel more comfortable with 1 more blue source, but what do we want to take out of here? I guess we got, what did I say, 8 blue sources. This, though, we might want to use for the channel ability. Can we get away? I don't know if I want to say. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I think this is probably as good as it's getting. Our mana base is probably the weakest part of this deck. But we will see. Let's go. Let's go. We put a lot of thought into it. I think this is as good as it's getting. Alright. I'm not really sure how good a pure control deck's going to be in this version of the cube. I did well with it last time. Before the changes. So we'll see. Color's good here. Got some stuff to eventually do, so yeah, we'll keep. Hopefully we'll draw into some interaction, some earlier interaction like that. Yeah, these cycle too, which is, I guess that's the thing. Here comes the aggro. Hit a land. Alright. So as much as I like to keep miscalculation up, we can't just sit there and get hit by that all day. Nothing we can do with it about that this turn, though. This is miscalc. I mean, miscalc will hit something, I'm sure. They're playing Boros aggro, it looks like. Yup. Probably not a lot they can hit, though, from that perspective. 2 damage. Hitting lands. It's probably good. Nothing. Do you want to cycle miscalc? They probably have a flash creature. I mean, we don't have a turn 4 Jace unless we draw another blue source. So maybe we just hang on to miscalc. Just in case. Yeah, it's something. Yeah, there's the flash creature. Okay. What do they got here? I mean, that's not super awkward for us, but it is a flyer. Whenever this enters, discard a card, then draw a card. Additional combat phase. That one's kind of hard to deal with. Let me go with this. I mean, we're probably blocking anyway, though, because we don't want to. We don't want to keep taking this. Sure. We need to hit one of our board sweeps, so we need to hit. They just keep hitting land. Yeah. Although we probably just need to get rid of this. We probably need to get rid of that. Because if we have a board sweep, which is starting to look like our only way out of this.
I will prove my worth.
Well, there's another white source. No blue source, though. We still know these are enchantment creatures, huh? Still no targets for this. Sit here and keep up miscalc. But we're going to be taking damage now if I do that. I think we got to play the blocker. They play out another creature probably. I mean, that we could have saved that for that, but I think we need to. I mean, we're not going to block this turn, obviously, but I think we need to have a blocker for next turn. Our set, okay. We're down to 7, though. Sure.
Those who cannot perceive beyond hone your prowess.
Yeah, Boros just ran us over. We could do a big tempo play here with Mystic. Probably what we need to do. Still don't want to sit here and take this. We also don't want them using this again. So I guess we go down to 5 and yeah, this says Vigilance, so I did forget that. So okay. We still got a blocker. At the end of the day. I would say let's both draw a card. It's a little troublesome. Got Shinobi, if we can get across with it though. You can also subtlety. We're going to want to subtlety before the thing that taps our stuff comes in. Yeah, I think we just hardcast Shinobi because we need... I mean, I could try to subtle... Yeah, I don't think that's good though. We need the blocker, so let's do it. And we're just gonna die to that if we don't have a blocker. If they have a way to kill our fallen Shinobi, it's just 4 toughness, so lightning bolt won't do it. I mean, they could attack here, just do 1 to us. Or 2 to us, actually. Oh, that is menace, doesn't it? Well, couldn't block it anyway. Puts us at 1, so they should be able to ping us for 1 now. Yep, that'll do it. Okay, so that was painful. Air deck was a little too slow against that Boros aggro, but Boros aggro, I mean, in the last version of the cube was probably your best archetype. You could argue maybe Orzhov aggro was really good too. Maybe that was the better of the two, but you know, this new version of the cube, not really sure. I think they did try to balance some things. Maybe it's not quite as dominant as it was, but it's a good showing. I mean, they curved out pretty well there. Kind of was what it was with that one, but okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't think there's anything we could have really done differently in that game. And I think our keep was fine. So, you know, sometimes the cube, I feel like if I don't misplay with all the confusing things that can happen, then if you lose, you lose sometimes. You know, some decks are just going to go off in certain games, you know. Our deck could curve out pretty well too, you know. If we got some control elements in our hand and, you know, some big creatures. I mean, like I said, board sweep would have changed that game quite a bit if we could have hit one of our 2 board sweeps. I mean, I guess if we got balance in, maybe that would have been another possibility, but yeah, I mean, I don't think You know, Wrath of God would have been great, obviously. Alright. We got white, we got blue, we got stuff to do here. No black for our Lingering Souls yet, but I think that's okay. We'll keep. Subtlety, subtlety, subtlety. Don't have a lot of blue. It's 4. I might throw that in the graveyard. Actually, we have 2 blue. Well, we do have a couple plays. I'll keep that on top. We do have a couple plays prior to the point where we could play that, and we could always evoke it if need be, but hopefully not. All right, because I can still play this. I can play Lingering Souls next turn if I have no other option. Oh, we could have flashed that into play, but that's fine. Something to be said to playing something when they're tapped out as well when they have blue. You know, they could have miscalc or something, you know, but that's fine. I don't know what this deck is. It could be Storm. It's the right colors for a version of Storm, I should say. Mono Blue Storm last time kind of was the best. So at least it was killed with an instant spell. Still making me think Storm. Miscalc is here. So is Lingering Souls though. Black Source would be nice for the Lingering Souls flashback, but because if we drew that, yeah, this looks like Storm to me. If we drew that, then we could use this and still have Miscalc up. Oh, maybe Reanimation, which we got Wrath now for that. This wouldn't hurt either, but I can't believe we're actually stuck on land right now. We got 17 lands in a box. Yikes! It's not like we're stuck on color. I mean, kind of with this, but we are stuck on mana. And to play Wrath, we do need another white source too. So that hurts. Could just miscalc this. Yeah, we don't want to lose our Wrath. Just in case. Or, for that matter, probably our Cryptic. Hey, they can pay the 2. I don't know. They can pay the 2. So we're losing something here. Well, let's see. Let's make them pay the 2. I mean, they probably will, unless they have something else they really, really want to do, because yeah, because it looks like we're hiding something. Did I select anything? It's non-land, right? Target reveals. You choose a non-land card from it. Oh, mana 3 or less. Okay, so we were fine. They would have just taken Miscalc. So, fine, and made them use their mana. Okay. Well, it's going to enter tap, but it is mana, and it is a white source, so yay for our side. Lingering Souls. Is there black in this one, too? Yes, there is. Okay, that's good. Right now, we're trying to ride Lingering Souls to victory. Opponent missed a land drop, too, though, right? There, they hit with an island. See what they do. I mean, they know we got Wrath. They know we got Cryptic. Bargoy, for sure. We can bounce it. Wish we could do both, but we can't. Yeah, it does have lifelink, so let's subtlety it away. Keep these for blockers. I don't know why this didn't trigger. Am I missing something here? When this creature enters, choose up to one target creature spell. So okay, it's a counter. Never play with subtlety apparently. Alright. That's fine. We're going to take 3. They're going to gain 3. I'm okay with that right now. Because we can hit back for 5 next turn. She'll put them to 10. Of course, they also get this effect, which hopefully they miss, but they didn't miss completely. Oh, it's actually decent. But they want the mana. They're probably playing Storm or Reanimation, right? They really want that mana bad. Maybe they needed red. Oh, Underworld Breach. Yeah. Time walk, and they can time walk into Breach. So that's, yeah, they probably just lock this up. They can Breach. How many cards are in their graveyard? Only 8, though. Well. Can't let them get any more. That's it? Okay. That's it. It's awkward. I mean, I could hold back Cryptic. They know we have it. I could Wrath if that doesn't work. Lingering Souls tokens this thing at bay for a few turns. But they're back at 19, so that they're just going to keep gaining life if we do that. So I think we have to Wrath. I don't think we have much of a choice here. I could Cryptic to get rid of it, but it'll just come back. I should have attacked first, of course. Silly, but... But who wants to win, right? I don't know, how afraid are they of Lingering Souls? Got too caught up, focused on that creature, didn't attack. Sure. Only gives them 2 mana with a mana drain, but I don't know. I don't know what they're playing here. Like I said, it looks like Reanimation to me now. I think we're kind of on our back foot here. I mean, Time Warp will just draw us a card. They want land. Or they want big stuff in the graveyard, or both. Okay. I mean, as far as cryptic goes, I don't know, what do you get? Grizzlebrand? I assume that's still in the cube. Burial. Okay, to this. I'll have to discard something, so it's gonna have to be the Time Warp. But at this point, they have enough mana to probably hardcast this, right? I'm going to play this first, though. Well, no, this goes to hand, not graveyard, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to draw. Yup. Empty our hand, I guess. Memory lapse, okay. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. Well, I don't think we can come back from this. We're going to take 6 here. We don't have to dump a card, but we lose our creature. Tutor. I do think Reanimation now is probably better than Storm in this new version of the cube. Where before, I think people leaned more towards Storm. Remand. Okay. Yeah, it's just counter control reanimation. So good though. Good build. There you have it. Alright, well, we're 0-2 just like that. I don't think our deck's that bad, but those decks were better. I mean, I do think, Boros aggro was the archetype in the last cube, and I think it might not be as good, but it's still really good. The reanimation, I think, got better, definitely, I think, over Storm now and some of these other cards. One of the things was there was so much like free mana everywhere in the last version of the cube that I think reanimation was like a thing, but I think usually you got to the point you just hardcast these things relatively quickly. So like trying to build a reanimation situation didn't make sense, right? Like, you know, like our opponent took several turns to set up what happened, right? We just weren't able to interact enough. But in the old version of the cube, like, they wouldn't need to do that. Like, they could just play like big mana producing things and play the same card quicker, right? Like, you know, so all right, so we're 0-2. We're going to try to squeeze out some wins. And we were 0-2 yesterday, too, and we ended up winning 4. So it's not over yet. I am going to take a quick break here, get some water. And we'll come back and try not to go 0-3. That would be, that's the trick right now. So let me just mess around with my computer here for a second. All right, and the second screen's making me crazy. Okay, I will be right back. All right, we're back. We're back. So, how bad is it going to be? Is this going to be an 0-3 deck? I don't hate the deck. It's just that now I do like control, so maybe I'm, thinking this deck's better than it is, but... And I am not super familiar with the new version of the cube either, so we'll see here. All right, let's go. Okay, well, don't have double blue yet, but we have a play here. We eventually get here, hopefully there. We'll keep. Well, not blue, but I'll take it. Can still use the bounce effect. I mean, maybe holding this would have been fine. I just kind of wanted to use the mana. There it goes. I guess it's still got something out of their hand either way. Alright, so now we got double blue. So we'll hang on to this, see what they play. Say another Boros aggro. Okay. Let's playing this. Although I guess they could have, well, then they would be taking another card. Yeah, I think this is fine. This can only block creatures with flying, which that is. I want to hold up counter magic. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. I don't know if they have anything that we're going to be like, oh, we need to, right? We need to like use this. They know we have this now. So, I don't know. Race with the aggressive deck. Player land. All right. Yup. Time warp. Time warp. It opens us up to kind of get hit by something though. Yeah. I think that's worth it. Now it can't be, can this not be countered? No, it can be. It's just not going out there for me. Okay. that's a bad use of that. We're drawing 2 lands. I mean, clearly they want to play something else, but at this point we'd be able to identity fracture it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. If it's really good. Will it be really good? I don't know. Glorybringer, pretty good. Sure. Figured. Now the question is, how do we do damage and stay alive here? Can't really go down to 1 with this. I could time warp right now. Probably gonna have to. That's kind of interesting. They got a block. Go down to 1. So the question is, can they do 1 damage to me? Well, I mean, we can block, so we will. So can they do 7? I mean, a board sweep would buy them some time. So that's why I love Lingering Souls right there. Sure, it kind of comboed off, but like, still, even if I just played Lingering Souls and didn't have the Monastery Mentors, like, under certain situations, like, okay, you know, it's... They got, what, 2 open, so they could have Lightning Helix. They're not attacking with both. It's interesting. I mean, I know that's lifelink, so... But they're still dead unless they play something else for their 2 mana. If they have Helix, they can gain 3 more. First striker, but so we got there. Hey, we won 1. And we beat Boris aggro. It was a close match. Again, that Lingering Souls top deck was huge. Without that, we probably lose. So, we had the right 2 cards there. This time it was us that had the right cards. Alright. Well, at least we didn't get shut out no matter what, huh? Maybe we can keep going. Like I said yesterday, we started out 0-2. And then we did win 4 games in a row, so don't expect that again today. I don't know if this deck is capable of that. I don't know if yesterday's deck was capable of it either, but I think yesterday's deck was a lot better in new cubes than it would have been in old cubes, so I was underestimating it a little bit. One of the things from yesterday's deck, Crater Hoof, was almost like terrible in the old cube. Again, because like mana dorks weren't great, because there was just other faster ways to ramp. So you could be putting out mana dorks and you're getting just run over. In this version of the cube, I do feel like mana dorks are better and Crater Hoof's better. So no black for our him. That's a tragedy. So do we want to keep this? We have Wrath. We can get to Wrath, and then we have things. So I mean, I don't know what they're playing. If they're playing like Storm, it's probably not good. If they're playing aggro, it's probably okay. We are going to see a card, so yeah, let's keep it. I think this is a keep. Mystic's real good. Fracture Identity is real good. When you get, oh, that's real good. Like, we just have to get there, right? Just have to get there. Alright, so they could be playing aggro, they could be playing control. Probably playing control. We're not drawing lands, making me a little nervous here. We do have a 3-drop. Okay. That's a land, so I feel a little bit better. Let's see if we can look at their hand. I mean, they may counter this. If they do, that's fine. Get the counter spell in their hand. Okay. Okay. Got remanded. Fine. So after this next one, our Rat's going to be open. This could lead to Shinobi, maybe. Ancestral. Okay. Oko.
I will invert the world to watch kings grovel and worms rule.
Okay, so I think we can play this, because I think I'm just going to run this out there again. Let's see their hand. They have 4 mana available. Sunfall, okay. Mystic, okay. It's a... Yikes, okay. This... I mean, everything's like, is what it is. They can counter, but they have to pay the mana to get it out there. I want to go with this. Since it has flash, it's a little more disruptive. Because the thing is, they can play the Riddler. We can Wrath, right? Like, sure.
And yours is mine.
There's Riddler. I mean, they can't counter now. Or they warped, okay. Can bounce that back to our hand, just be annoying. If we play Shinobi, they probably have to Wrath. Keep messing with them. Yep. Could Jiu-Jitsu... Of course, the what we got to worry about is Oko. We can hit an Oko, though. Lingering souls. Fracture identity, Ogo. No, that's worth it. Let's see what they do. Do block that, okay. Play both sets. Nothing else we can do with the mana, so other than bluff. Okay, they said 2 is enough. All right. I kind of got us on card advantage here, so I think ultimately it's gonna be really hard to win this game. That with the Planeswalker abilities, so I think we're in trouble here. But take a Soul's token.
Surely you see the humor here.
Make evil scared again.
Okay. We can Wrath. They can't counter it right now. Soon they'll be able to. But they still have some rough stuff coming. If we could have hit a black source, that would have helped. But because we could have hemmed and Wrath, but we didn't. So I think we have to Wrath here, or we're taking more. This is going to be gone, so we can't even block with it at this point. Gideon's also going to hit us. Yeah, we're taking too much damage here. This kind of screws up everything. Could have played Shinobi, but it's just gonna get. It's not gonna be a good thing. Yeah, let's Wrath. We gotta get Felia out of here if possible. Oh well, yeah, Krakus. Opponent that knows what Krakus does. It's. I mean, now we can counter. Well, we can't counter right now, so I guess we can't counter. What is this thing? I guess I can't cast it. Or is it not? Is it just there? It's just shiny because it's in the graveyard. Is that the deal? Or in exile? Yup. Yeah, I mean, this, if we can't get rid of this thing, we're kind of done. Because I can steal something with Shinobi, but yeah, we're just gonna get. But then they just take it back. Hey, Zeramos, how are you doing?
That's coming off.
Good to see ya. I think you're catching the end of the stream here.
We must protect the
This deck didn't do so well. 1 and 3. Yesterday we went 4 and 3, but we're getting friends, super friends to death now. Yup. What are they targeting? Nasher. Here, I'll sacrifice my food. That'll show you. Alright. Thanks, Zeramos.
until next time then.
A cube is back. This deck, I don't think it's a bad deck, but I'm trying to get the feel for how the new cube plays, and maybe it was just too, this is a very pure control deck, and maybe that's not good enough. Control with reanimation, probably better. Oh, very cool. Glad the videos help. That's awesome. I can't even, like, take something unless I take this. I guess that's my only option, right? Like, this has to go. So, like, I guess, but they're going to counter it, right? They have enough, I think. Stand by. Oh, no, they don't. I'm thinking Wrath, but that's fine, too. Okay, well, it's not a good option. Oh yeah, they can crack us it. It's gonna come back again. Not yet. Lorwyn, I think what's today? I think Wednesday is the early access for people that have early access. And then I believe it's the next week. So probably a week from today, I think is Lorwyn, I think. Oh, too bad they can counter this. This is kind of cool. I wanted to, well, so much for that. Anyway, but yeah, I'm looking forward to Lorwyn. That'll be fun. We'll have to stream some of that. So yeah, Cube's not around for too long. I think it's just around for basically 2 weeks, right? Because it started this week. So yeah, probably, or maybe, I don't know. Lorwyn could be Monday, I guess. Monday or Tuesday of next week is my guess. I don't know exactly, but I think that's when it is. So they just put Cube out here because I think probably people weren't playing Avatar at this point that much. I didn't mind Avatar, but the balance was bad. The balance was bad for draft. But I liked the mechanics. Like, I thought the new mechanics were cool. So I had fun with it. But yeah, it was awkward. Yeah, it might be the best set of the year. Like, it's looking really good, really fun. Like, we'll have to see for Limited what the balance is like. They seem to be struggling with that a little bit the last year or so. But hopefully it's cool. Like, hopefully the draft is good. But yeah, I think it's going to be great. And it's a cool theme. I mean, it's Magic, real Magic lore again, which it feels like you don't get enough of that. And, and then Turtles is going to be right on its heels, though. That's the thing. Like, how long are we going to draft Lorwyn before Turtles shows up? So that's like a month later, I think, which is crazy. Yeah, that was the problem with Avatar. Like, Earthbend was great. It depends, in Sealed especially. Like, Earthbend could be, if you got the right pool, like, pretty devastating, like, hard to deal with. Draft, man, White is just so powerful. Airbending was good too, and Draft Airbending was kind of crazy. If you got the right cards, but I think the problem with White was so many good common, low cost, very effective removal spells. Like, plus a whole lot of other good cards. I would. Here's the thing with Spider-Man. I read Spider-Man comics. I like Spider-Man. And I thought some of the characters they used, the cards were cool. Some of the art was cool. But like, man, again, and I'm only mostly interacting in these sets with draft. I'm not really playing much standard or anything right now. But like, the draft in Spider-Man was rough. Like, I that was my least favorite draft I think I played since Arena started. And my biggest issue was it felt to me like, it felt to me like they developed 5 commander decks, and then somebody said in the last minute, this needs to be a set, because that's what it felt like. It was like they did the pick 2 because they didn't really even have an archetype set up for enemy colors. Like, what? Like, what is this, 1996? Like, what's happening here? So I just felt like that was poor design for limited. And as far as power level goes, it didn't make much of an impact. I mean, a couple cards in standard, right? Gwen, Superior Spider-Man, a couple good ones, and of course, but out of the whole set, there wasn't a lot there. Where Avatar came out, like, Avatar was everywhere, right? So yeah, that set was rough. That was rough. Which was disappointing, because I do like Spider-Man as a property. Like, I could have had fun with that. That's okay. I like Turtles too. I've read Turtles comics as well. I know they're going for it looks like a variety of different types of turtles, like, from, at least from what I'm seeing with the art, like cartoon turtles and comic book turtles, and some of the more modern and like variations of them. So I don't know what that's going to look like, but like, I hope this set's good, because I'll probably be stuck drafting it for a little while. So I hope it's good. Yeah, true. Like, the arena versions were fine, right? Like, there was I can't believe, and I'm blanking on the character's name too. Was it Fleem? I can't believe I forgot after that weekend, that week it was like the biggest thing. But yeah, Green Goblin, decent card, but yeah, I mean, people, that kind of became a meme. Definitely. Yeah, right. Back to New York, and all the Marvel stuff always takes place in New York too. So we have another Marvel set coming this year, which is pretty funny. But the previews from Marvel, and again, I'm a comic book fan, so like, I'm probably a little more like okay with it than a lot. But I do like the previews from Marvel. I like the Merfolk are coming back. I think that's kind of cool. Like, with Namor and Atuma and all that. So, Is it Fleen? I think it was Fleen. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know how I forgot this. I feel like I should not forget that. It was such a flash in the pan, though. But yeah, Fleen, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so it'll be interesting. The Marvel set, I don't know. I want to see more of that. What's the other Magic set coming later this year? And I can't remember. It will come to me in a second. Maybe you remember. The other Magic set, I should say. From what is the other set? Or there's 2 more sets, right, in the Magic universe? Because there's Turtles. I see, now all I remember are these crazy, like, Fortnite type sets. So I know we're getting Turtles. I know we're getting Marvel. Star Trek's this year too, right? And then what are the Magic sets? There's a new plane, I think, right? Somewhere. Oh, Strixhaven. Yes. Strixhaven. That's right. So, yeah, Strixhaven's cool. I'd like to see that again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and a new one, right? It's a funny thing. I'm excited for new planes, too. I'll take a new plane. At some point, I'm almost starting to feel like maybe I kind of want to go back to Ravnica again. It's, for a while, it was like everything was Ravnica, and it was like, okay, we're good, but now it's getting to that point. It's like, okay, yeah, I can see that. I think I saw a thing, Mark Rosewater said the next set that they that is the most requested now that they're doing Lorwyn is Alara. Alara would be cool. Like if they do, I assume they will do that probably sooner than later. Alara would be cool. Sure. Yeah, true. Like Ravnica is magic, right? That's the thing. So maybe that's what it is. I'm just like, yeah. Ravnica doesn't sound so bad right now. You know, it was always one of my favorite planes. I think that's true. A lot of people loved Ravnica, and that's why they went so heavy on it for a while, and it kind of fit in with their story they were telling with War of the Spark and everything. But, you know, it did feel like we got a little overkill for a bit. But, yeah, guilds, you know, kind of going back to basics with Ravnica doesn't feel terrible to me right now. Yeah, that's true. Those are all good ones. Yeah, Ikoria, Kaldheim. Kaldheim makes sense. I mean, we've had a couple Theros ones, so Kaldheim would be good. It would be nice to see them maybe do something with Ikoria, a different take on companions, since that didn't seem to work amazingly well overall. Some cool cards came out of it, though. I mean, some were too powerful, obviously, but you know, something or just another attempt at companions, you know, a more balanced attempt would be interesting. But yeah. Yeah, Mutate was good. That was a good mechanic. I liked Mutate. That was one of the stronger ones, I think. Yeah, that also too was janky though. You're right, because it was, man, it could be power. I think it created a lot of situations where you kind of got unexpectedly blown out with Mutate, you know, and that doesn't always feel great, you know. But I do think they are adding, whenever possible, I think they're trying to add more variance to their sets now. So for limited, especially since so many people play on Arena, I think they want to create opportunities where your best players sometimes, you know, it's not all skill. That luck is going to play a larger factor. So there is more powerful cards. So like you get the right rare, and it might not matter how good your opponent is at a certain point, right? Like I think they're trying to even the playing field a little bit with cards like that and mechanics like that. So I don't know, we'll see. You know, that's why I get a little nervous about like some new sets. You know, because in special guests, you know, you get the right special guest, you might be set, right? It might win you a few games, right? Yeah, that's true. Well, there's been so many mechanics now, right? Like I feel like when you make a new mechanic, it's very similar to an old mechanic. Like you can say, "Oh, here's a new mechanic," kind of, very similar to this one. You know, so I'm kind of like, I'm fine just using the old one at this point. Like there's so many to choose from, and half the people who play probably never played with most of the mechanics at this point, because usually a mechanic shows up for one set, you never see it again, right? Like, you know, bring some of those back. We won't even remember them, right? We won't even remember. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it is like existing mechanics for the most part. Blight's kind of a different take on -1/-1 counters, but similar, right? You know, Vivid Domain, yeah, almost the same thing. Exactly, right? Like, there's so many that are like that now. You know, or very close variations, or little twists or takes on different things, you know, but sometimes improvements, you know, which is cool. If you want to improve a mechanic that maybe didn't work so great, that's fine. Call it something else, but for the most part, like I think you have enough to choose from. For a while, I do think from a marketing point of view, I think they felt like new mechanics were exciting. Like people would be like, "Oh, it's a new mechanic." I don't know if people think like that anymore. I think the game's kind of advanced to the point we've seen so many mechanics that it's kind of like, yeah, web slinging. Yup, exactly. That was one that was kind of like you get blown out, you know, without even noticing. You know, and I like special guests. They do like, I think it's cool that you can open a pack and pull like a powerful card from the past. I mean, I always liked that. The list had that appeal to it when we had the list. But man, in drafts sometimes, and it's gone both ways. I pulled something recently. What was it? It was just phenomenal. Oh, The Great Henge. I'm trying to think if I streamed that or if that was just when I was playing off stream. I think it was playing off stream. But I opened the Great Henge. Like, yeah, pretty hard to beat. Pretty hard to beat this. Yeah, it's been 4 years since Battles. I liked Battles. They, I mean, I know it takes them 2 years to make a set. That's what's awkward. Like, if something's successful, like, by the time they realize it's successful, it's probably going to take at least 3 years, right? Probably closer to 4 or 5 before it comes back. Now, once they know, then they can plan for it in the future. But, something new comes out, and it's like, this was well received. By the time they get that data, probably 6 months have gone by. Now it's 2 years out in creation, so, then they got to fit it into their schedule. But whatever else they're planning on doing, the battles won't make sense in a lot of different sets, probably for thematic reasons. But, for example, so yeah, it's it's gonna be an interesting year for Magic. The properties are intriguing to me again because of comic books, but I want to see Marvel. I want to see Turtles. Star Trek. I was never a big Star Trek person, but I've seen enough Star Trek to be like, okay, this could be interesting. I like space. I kind of like the theme of Edge of Eternities. Like, I don't know, maybe there's something there. We'll see. I know a lot of people will hate it, because it's not magic, and I get that. But, like I said, my big concern is if I'm going to be drafting these sets, I just want them to be good. I'd rather have, like, a good Universes Beyond set than a bad Magic set. I would like the Magic set to be good. That would be the best possible situation, but... yeah, Star Trek's an odd one because, like, I like, even the original Star Trek, it had its fans, but it, like, it got canceled and brought back and put on the air. It wasn't like, it became a cultural phenomenon later, but I don't think it was because people watch it, right? It's because of the movies that came later, and then Next Generation, which, yeah, Next Generation definitely has its fans, but it's also a syndicated show. At the time, it wasn't, like, huge either. It just kind of, like, grew, over time. And the ones, I've had friends that really like Deep Space Nine. I never watched it, so I don't know, but I had friends that really like Deep Space Nine. I've watched other ones. I watched Voyager before. It's all right, so I don't know. Yeah, Next Gen's definitely the peak of the franchise. And, like, those hold up today. Like, if I see those on TV, I'll turn it on, and I'm like, yeah, this is, like, still good. So those were good. Like, I don't know how Voyager would hold up. It feels very late 90s, early 2000s to me. Like, I feel like it's going to feel dated. I mean, obviously the original one feels dated. But Next Gen doesn't feel like super dated to me. Some of the effects maybe, but, like, the actual episodes, like, I could see them making this today, like, it didn't seem that weird. It was well done, and I never watched it when it was on originally. But, my wife did. My wife was the one that kind of introduced me to it, and, so I was like, yeah, this is all right. Yeah, that's what I've heard about. I think Deep Space, from what I hear, is still, not quite Next Gen, but yeah, I think what, like, the people who like Deep Space, like, I think they like the idea that it was kind of an ongoing story to a degree, more so than the other Star Treks were, where it was kind of one and done a lot of the time. I remember that. I saw that in the theater, actually. My wife wanted to see it, so yeah. With Tom Hardy. Oh, Tom Hardy. I always think of Tom Hardy more for Bane and Venom, because those are some pretty awkward movies. I liked the Batman franchise, the Nolan Batman, but the third movie, Bane, I don't know, it wasn't working for me. In Venom, I don't know. I never saw the third Venom, but Venom was like, yikes. But it's probably a good like kids movie, right? Like, I'm sure there's people like Venom. But I don't know. I think part of my problem too is I read these comics, so I'm like, I'm always let down, even when the movies are good. Like I thought like Infinity War and all that was good, but like I was like, the comic was kind of better. But I think they did a good job considering what they put together in a movie form. But right. Yes. I love me some Bane quotes for sure. Yeah, post Endgame. I like some of the television shows, but the movies have been kind of bland. Like I'll watch them like once, and when I watch them, I'm like, that's all right. Like I was like, but it doesn't have that same feeling like the original ones did. Where I remember I was seeing the originals for the first time, like Iron Man and Captain America and Thor and stuff, and actually being very surprised how good, like wow, that's a lot better than I thought it would be. Yeah, Loki was really good. I like the Daredevil, the new season of Daredevil. The old Daredevils were okay. I think the Kingpin, what's his name, D'Onofrio, I think he's phenomenal. The more he's in it, the better. I thought with the Netflix ones, he wasn't in it enough for my liking. There were some time periods where they were focused on other stuff, and I was like, that's okay. But with him being such a big role in this new season, that was really good. But that was awesome. Yeah, it was good. Don't get me wrong, especially when he was in it. Like. Some of the stuff for me where they got too into the hand and Elektra, that was kind of like, okay. But I guess I was like, well, where's the Kingpin? What's he up to? But yeah, he's just phenomenal in that. And there were some episodes. One episode where it was really focused on him and his daily life and stuff. I remember it was probably my favorite of the Netflix ones. Yeah, Daredevil's a cool has been a cool comic too over the years. Different times. The Frank Miller stuff. It's awesome. Born Again, one of my favorite arcs, right? In comic books, that was before my time, but I read it when I was young. I read it when I was a kid and reading other comic books, reading other Frank Miller stuff. So that was good. Yeah, season 2 was the season where it's kind of in the lull. 1 was really good, where they kind of adapted Man Without Fear. And then the third one, they actually did Born Again in the third one. And that was good. And I did, I do like Born Again as a storyline. So, that was good. It was that, so yeah, right. The second season got a little too into Elektra hand stuff. And then that carried over into Iron Fist a lot. And I was kind of like, okay. I got it. But yeah, when it's like Kingpin and Punisher and like that stuff, yeah, like that's awesome. So they really like that. I'm trying to think what else was this year for Marvel. Oh, the X-Men cartoon was the beginning of last year. I really like that too. I thought that was well done. So yeah, exactly. Well, they're big stars. I mean, if you got to pay them, you got to pay them. They are big stars, and they're good actors. I mean, they're fun to watch. Downey. I mean, Iron Man. Like, I was never a big Iron Man fan, and then when I saw the first Iron Man, I wasn't expecting much, and I'm like, but he was amazing. Yeah, it feels desperate. I liked Fantastic Four. I think Fantastic Four could be cool if with more stories. I mean, they were setting up a lot of like explanation, and in Galactus, I don't know, maybe not my favorite villain, but like I feel like that could be fun. Because I like just Fantastic Four as kind of a sci-fi sort of like group anyway. So I'd like to see more of that. Yeah, Falcon. Yeah, is not. when that movie was not quite the same as, say, like, I'll say this: the Captain America movies were really good. Like all three of them, there were three, right? That were Captain America. Those were really good. So I would have liked to have seen something more like that from the Falcon movie, because I really like the actor. I can't think of his name, but like I think he's actually really good. But I felt like the movie was just a big fist fight with him and and Harrison Ford, which is weird to say. Yeah, like I didn't mind. Like I like Bucky too. Like I didn't mind Falcon being Captain America or anything. Like I think that could have been fine. But I just feel like that movie was just sort of like the whole thing was building up to the Red Hulk and then fighting the Red Hulk, and it was just very like, okay, gotcha, Yeah, Winter Soldier's great. I almost rather see Bucky as Winter Soldier, or like some version of Winter Soldier, than Captain America even. Like in the comic books it worked, but I like that Winter Soldier sort of like, kind of like he was in Thunderbolts, I guess. Which Thunderbolts wasn't bad. I kind of, it was a little more like comedy-ish, but that was all right. So yeah, the original Winter Soldier, Captain America, was phenomenal. Civil War was good. The first Captain America was really good too. I really liked that one. Because it's funny, when it comes to reading comics, I wasn't huge into the Avengers or Captain America or Thor or Iron Man. I was more into like Spider-Man, Batman, Daredevil, I guess. More maybe the street level characters a little more. But yeah, they were. But those Avengers movies were really well done, and I was very surprised. But yeah. Yeah, it does feel a little Guardians. You're right. And Guardians, to me, like I think the first Guardians is my favorite Marvel movie, actually. And again, I do like the comic books and some of the stuff that's based on. But then the second and third one, they were okay, but I did not feel the same way, where I felt like this is like something. The second one kind of got bogged down a little bit in that sequel sort of thing that happens sometimes, where they try to make everything so terrible for everybody. And it becomes this, almost depressing slog, and that's fine for like Empire Strikes Back, but the Guardians of the Galaxy, you want to see them having a little more like up moments. And then the third movie again got like really dark. like it even ended really dark. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Star-Lord later, because that could be cool. But like, yeah, I was sort of like, Yeah, Thor Ragnarok was really good. That was really good. That's a good way to do a Hulk like fight, right? Like that was a lot deeper than what we saw with the Red Hulk, right? That was a whole thing. Like, but yeah, like Ragnarok was good. I like that one a lot. That's the one with the Hulk, right? Yeah. That's the third one. But yeah, but that was good. That's true. So yeah, Marvel movies. But I want to see too what DC does now, because Superman I liked. Superman was alright, and I want to see Supergirl. It was based on a good storyline in the comics, so it'd be interesting to see that, where that goes. Love and Thunder, yeah. What's his name? Gore the God Butcher, right? Man, I tell you, comic book fans love that character. Again, I'm not a big Thor reader or anything, so I wasn't quite as knowledgeable about that character. But man, people did not like the way he was portrayed. I know that. But, yeah, that's true. I mean, we've seen so many superhero movies now, especially for casual fans. Like, casual fans really got into the Avengers stuff, but, time moves on and they've seen it, Yeah, that's what I've heard. That in the comics, he's awesome. Like, at some point I would like to read the Jason Aaron run because I do like Jason Aaron a lot. I'm sure it's written amazingly, but yeah, I never did get a chance to read that. Yeah, and Bal's a good actor, so like you had a good person that could have done it, and yeah, I felt that way. Not knowing a ton about the character, just just the basics. Like I kind of felt that like underwhelming. He was kind of an underwhelming villain. I kind of felt like, so. But yeah, I guess I felt like that a little bit with Fantastic Four and Galactus too. Like it was interesting to try to use Galactus, but I just think it's a tough villain. I feel like, I don't know, then Fantastic Four's got kind of weird villains anyway who you use, like, but with the Avengers and with everyone, they could be cool, and I would like to see more of them. Like I said, I think that could be something, but yeah. Well, let me claim my 100 gems. Yeah, I should be going to. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for talking Marvel. Marvel comics and all. Appreciate that. Oh, do I not even get gems? Oh my gosh. Oh no, I get gems. There's my 100 gems in my pack. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, and yeah, Saturday we'll be back, another Market Watch, so looking forward to see what's going on then. But anyway, have a great day. Exactly. I know, comic book nerds had a magic stream, imagine. I think we talked longer than some of my games went. Sadly. Anyway, have a great day. I'll see you later. And now if you are watching on the replay and you were that interested in Marvel movies and Marvel comics for that period of time, I'll be signing off. But before I do, just want to remind everybody to check out FlipsideGaming.com. They are the sponsor for this video and for the channel, of course, as well. In general, they've been phenomenal partners to work with, so check them out. Go over to FlipsideGaming.com. You can pre-order Lorwyn there. You can pre-order Turtles as well, and I'll bring up the Turtle slide since I have it. There it is. And they have a whole lot of other things too, magic related and otherwise, as far as products go. If your order's over $100, consists only of singles, I should say, shipping will be free in the US. So check them out. They're, like I said, been great to work with. They are a local game store. I will have a description in the comments section once I'm done streaming, but I also have one right now in the description if you're watching live. So yeah, next week or later this week we'll be doing the Market Watch this weekend, and depending on how the market is, sometimes I do 2 parts if it's really insane, but if I do 2 parts, then that's probably what I'll do next weekend. If not, I'll probably do 1 part and maybe stream again, maybe get 1 more game of Cube in if that's the case. Hopefully it'll go a little better than today's 1 and 3 debacle, but Hey, I don't think we misplayed much, so I'll take it. Anyway, have a great day. I will see you all soon.